Hello, everyone, and I hope you guys are having yourself a great afternoon. And we have a very special stream that we're going through. This is a half stream. This is Lightning Lounge edition number 31 and a half. After the whole fiasco that was happening, after the catastrophe or the chaos of college football championship weekend that we witnessed last night, and we have figured out who are the conference champions. Today is the day that we can finally figure out who is in and who is out. There's still a lot of questions that we're gonna try to talk about who deserves to be in and who deserves to be out of the picture. So mainly when we look at this, we have to ask ourselves a couple questions. Number one, who's gonna get the final bye? And who's going to get the final spot on the bye, and who is going to get the final playoff spot who's going to get the final playoff spot at the number 11 or even the 12th seed. So here's what we had so far. So your recap: Boise State defeated UNLV 21-7 on Friday night on the Mountain West Conference Championship and Mountain West Conference Championship. And right now, they solidify their spot in the CFP. They do solidify with the bye. But now, they're either going to be the number 3 seed or they're going to be the number 4 seed because you know what? We're going to get to that later. The next big conference championship that we do need to talk about is Arizona State. Arizona State did win big time. Not a close one, but big time. And then that's knocking off Iowa State out of the playoffs. But the big question now comes to Georgia beating Texas 22-19 overtime. Georgia, I would think Georgia will get the number 2 seed. They will get the 2 seed. And Oregon won their Big Ten championship in a really fun matchup with Penn State, 45-37. So Oregon will definitely lock up the number 1 seed of the college football playoffs. But this is where the most shocking revelation happened. So Clemson shocked SMU with a 56-yard field goal. So now the question is this: does SMU stay in the rankings in the playoffs, or does Alabama have? Because the final spot is mainly between those two teams, SMU or Bama. And Clemson, with Clemson winning and knocking out SMU out of the playoff picture, because if SMU wins, that was a solidified bye for SMU if they have won. But now they didn't. So hypothetically, you would think, okay, so Clemson would be in the picture as the 12th seed or the 11th seed. And now Arizona State, with their victory, they could jump to one of the 4 seeds on the bye. So, and this is what this bracket is here for. Not the best looking bracket, but it is what it is. And this glare is killing me. No, I'm going to turn off the light for this. So I'm just hoping it all makes sense to clear. And there's the reflection. Okay. So, the 1 seed, the 4, they aren't the conference champions gets the bye. They will get the bye. There's also a 5th conference championship, but more than likely is going to be about the 12th seed or one of the lower seeds. So And then the remaining teams are going to be the remaining higher seeds. So if you are the fifth seed, the sixth seed, the seventh seed, and the eighth seed, those are going to be the teams that will host that playoff game in the first round on the weekend of December 20th. And then the ninth through the 12th seeds will be away in their playing at their opponent's stadium. So I think one of the most crucial seeding is the ninth and the eighth seed, because 5 to 8 is home field. It is the home field advantage right there. So now it looks like they're just starting it up, but they're probably going to take a bit because they had to have a lot of deliberation. They got to have a lot of deliberation. Who's going to be in? Who's going to be out? What did this team? What's the resume of all these teams? What have they done? That is what's happening. This is wild. This is the first time that we have gotten a 12-team playoff bracket. The national championship will take place in Atlanta, Georgia, on Martin Luther King Day on January 20th. But the first day of playoff, I believe it is the first day is on December 20th, which starts on the Friday. So there's going to be one game on December 20th, but there's going to be 3 games that will play the very next day. And then the teams are in the quarterfinals, aka the 1 and the 4 the seeds 1 through 4 will begin to play in the respective bowls. We'll play in the quarterfinals at a bowl game. Oregon, because they won, they will lock up the 1 seed. More than likely, they will play in Pasadena or the Rose Bowl. Who knows? Because the semifinals is going to be. Excuse me. What's up, Zizou? How are we doing? This is a special stream. We're gonna unveil the final rankings of the college football playoffs. And the semifinals, the bowl games we have in the semifinals, it's going to be the Orange Bowl and the Cotton Bowl. So I had a feeling that like when they first announced it, I was like, I wonder if they're going to have the quarterfinals as the bowl games. And then the semifinals is what the cycle has been going on with the CFP in the past decade. Because it was Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, then it was Orange Bowl, Cotton, and then the next year's Fiesta and Peach Bowl. This is, I'm seeing a lot of salt. A lot of salt. If you have any French fries, or if you have some popcorn, or anything that or any type of like mashed potatoes or corn, get yourself some salt. Because there's going to be a lot and lots of salt coming in to the reactions of these college football teams getting in and being left out. A lot of people are really looking forward to see Alabama being left out in the playoffs, because pretty much the final spot is between SMU and Alabama. It's those 2 teams. SMU, yes, they have 2 losses. They lost to good teams of Clemson and BYU, good ranked teams, and both those losses were by 3. But then you look at Alabama; they are 9-3. They lost to Vanderbilt by 5 points. They lost to Tennessee in primetime, and you lost really badly to a 6-6 Oklahoma team. So now the committee has to pick, okay, do we pick SMU or do we pick Bama? Or will Alabama bullshit their way into the CFP like they have been doing probably a couple amount of times? 2017, that was the icing on the cake. They were the 4th seed. They were the 4th seed. Georgia was the 1 seed. And Bama, they won the national championship. And then you have last year when it was the teams of Michigan, Washington, and Texas in the picture. But it was a decision between Florida State and Alabama last year. But somehow, some way, the committee put in Alabama in over Florida State because Jordan Travis, who was a starting quarterback, who was having himself a great season, broke his leg in one of the games, and that was the determining factor that put Alabama into the CFP. They did not win the national championship that time, but Florida State fans were very, very toxic and very salty that day. So now, potentially, we are pretty much looking at the same story, rinse and repeat. And when it comes to moments like these, I feel like no matter how many times you're going to expand to 8, like from 4 teams to 8 to 12, heck, 16, or heck, even 24 for that matter, they are still going to find a way to have some sort of controversy or some sort of debate that is happening when it comes to these playoff teams. So here are the teams that are locked in. Oregon's locked in. Georgia's locked in. Notre Dame, Tennessee, Ohio State, Indiana, and Penn State. They're locked in. Same with Boise State, Georgia, and also Arizona State, and also Clemson. The questions is SMU and Alabama. That is your biggest questions. And seeing like, okay, and who's going to get the home games? Because the first round, the numbers in red, 9, 8, 12, 5, 11, 6, 10, and 7. Who's going to get the home games? If you're seeds 5 through 8, congratulations, you got yourself a home game. But if you're 9 through 12, you got to prepare yourself to play in home turf in the playoff games that really freaking matter. That really matter. And heck, there's not even some bowl games that are even confirmed right now, but it's more like the smaller teams, but not 100% on the big schools. I feel like as we go through down the list, we will see who is in on the big schools. And you know what? I forgot to add one more thing onto this list. I feel like blue might actually be a perfect fit. So, first 2 out. First 2 out. So, here is 13, and then here's 14. There we go. First 2 out. Who is going to get really screwed? Who is going? I'm just excited to see who is screwed. Like I'm fine with my team in the quarterfinals. I am just happy with that. I am just happy. But for other fans, this is where the eating the popcorn is going to be big. Yeah, Oregon. That was Oh, wow. So Oregon is the fifth school to win a power conference in their first season in the league. Holy crap. So and you know who else did that? Arizona State. And kudos Arizona State. That was their first outright conference title since 1996. Happy for Arizona State. What an amazing underdog story for Arizona State. And then you also have Boise State winning their second straight Mountain West conference championship, and in about 2 years, they're all joined the Pac-12. This is going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, the biggest story from last night, Clemson, shocking SMU, 50-plus yard field goal, 50-freaking-6. So Yeah, contenders for first round buys. Yeah, so yeah, that's the real question. Who's gonna get the last buy? I feel Boise State's in, but now the real question is who is gonna have the other buy? I feel like Arizona State should have the buy because they beaten 3 ranked opponents. Well, 3 when they were ranked. Kansas State was ranked, BYU ranked, and Iowa State. I feel like, and oh my goodness, wins over 500. Boise State 5-1, 4-1 for Arizona State, but Clemson 2-3. But I feel like the bye league should be this: Oregon. So Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, and Arizona State. That who's I am thinking that's going to have the bye weeks. They will. I think they will have those buys. Boise State. Oh yeah, buys matter more than the actual seed. Yeah. Coach Danielson did not talk about the 3 or the 4 seed with the team. Yeah. I mean, like a bye as actual opponent because you are reducing your path to 3 games. And it's going to be a long path. We mean long path. Oh, we're going to mean a long path, my friend. Arizona State saying teams feel they deserve the 3 seed. Second ranked win this season and team meeting right now or a watch party. But yeah. So coming in, 2 questions. Who deserves buys? Mainly the 3 and the 4 seed. Because Oregon and Georgia locked the buys. And who gets the final spot? Southern Methodist or SMU? Or SMU or Alabama? Those are it. And I see all these Clemson players getting them Domino's pizzas. Getting those pizzas. But there it is. Wins over 500, 5-1. Bama 5-2. Yeah, SMU, and there's Alabama. It's just, I really have a feeling that Alabama's going to. I have a feeling Alabama's going to be in. A lot of people are saying SMU. But because of BS reasons, Alabama's going to be in. Like it's going to be no shock factor. There's going to be no shock factor if Alabama's in. This is why Alabama's so hated because they always BS their way to a final spot. No matter how many times they lost. Heck, they could be 0-12 with Kent State and they can still find a way to BS their way into the college football playoffs. It's how bull crap. That's how much bull it is for SEC teams. It's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous. I can't even fathom of how Alabama is even in the conversation to begin with. But I will say, I'm happy Miami's not in this conversation because Miami had a big collapse. They collapsed hard. Like they went from 9-0, top 10, number 4 ranked team, and then you lose 2 of the last 3 games to unranked teams. They don't deserve it. Yeah, I can't even pick up what's the quality win. 6-6 Virginia Tech, 6-6 Cal, which you almost freaking lost badly to them, by the way. And then your only ranked win is, I don't know if you can even count freaking Florida or somebody. I don't know. I'm just happy Miami is not part of this conversation. I'm happy they're not in the conversation. Yeah, that's all right. They no team watch. Yeah, no team watch party. Strong second half enough. That's the thing. It wasn't. So that's another question. Because yes, SMU did lose. But they didn't. But they did almost make a comeback to Clemson. But the real question is the second half? Was the second half performance of SMU did them enough justice to make them stay in the playoffs? That is the big question. Was it enough? Was it enough? The question is just, I don't know. I do not know. Yep. That's crazy. So two of the four Power Four conference teams won their conference championship in their first season. Arizona State and Oregon. Truly amazing stuff. And looks like we're about to reveal it in about a few minutes, actually. In 3 minutes, we're about to reveal. So get ready, everybody, because we are going. Get ready, everybody, because we are going to. Ooh. Oh, I got it. Hold on. You know what? I'm calling the first two out. The salty sofa. Those are going to be the first two out. They're salty. They were so salty they were close to being in. That's the salty sofa. Either I know for a fact SMU and Alabama are going to end up on the salty sofa. The salty sofa. This is going to be fun. Who freaking knows? Who freaking knows who's gonna be left out happy or who's gonna be left out sad? That's why I have that SpongeBob thumbnail. Salty sofa was me last night. You ready, Thomas? You ready to see these rankings? Are you ready? This is going to be fun. I think that thumbnail sums up what's happening right now. There are teams that know they're locked in, and then there's some teams that are just beyond salty. All right, we've got less than a minute remaining to have a review to reveal. Hopefully, a minute left. Hopefully, less than a minute. And then we're about 40 minutes left until kickoff. 40 minutes left until kickoff. And of course, you know this team is going to lose today to the Dolphins. You just know. I'm already. Yeah, and also Thomas. Yes, the Jets can be eliminated for the loss today. They can. They can be eliminated. You streaming the game or no? No, I'm not streaming the game. I'm only streaming the college football rankings. That's it. That is what I'm doing. And once the rankings are in, I'm just gonna get my thoughts. Then we gotta get ready for NFL, baby. We have got to get ready for NFL. Oh, I'm nervous for my game. Yeah, because it's for your division lead. It's for the division lead, Thomas. It's Seahawks Cardinals. All right. So, Thomas, if you're not aware how this works, let me break it down for you. So, these seeds are the buys. The 4 highest conference champions are going to get a bye, and the 5th conference championship is going to be around the 12th seed. And then after the 5 conference champions, they're going to be the remaining teams are going to be the highest remaining ranked teams. Seeds 5 through 8 we're going to host their first round of the playoffs. And then seeds 9 through 12 are going to be away. So again, one more time. If you said week 14 without Cardinals or Seahawks fighting for the division lead, I would have called you crazy, right? But anyways, so all right, so I'll say this one more time. The biggest questions is who gets the remaining buys. You know Oregon does, you know Georgia does. But where does the 3 and the 4 seeds have a bye? Who's going to get those remaining seeds? And also, who is going to be in the final spot of the college football playoff rankings? Is it going to be SMU or is it going to be Alabama? I'm going to turn up the volume for this one. They're about. All right. Here we go. Number 1, Oregon. Of course, that makes sense. Number 1, Oregon. So number 1, Oregon. Yeah, so number 1, Oregon. Number 2 is Georgia. Number 2 is Georgia. Now, the real question is, who's the 3rd seed? Who is the 3rd seed? And there are the first round buys. Who deserves it? Boise State, Arizona State, or Clemson? This is what it comes down to. Who gets these buys? Who do you think? Who do you think deserves the buy? Boise State, Arizona State, Clemson. Final 2 spots remaining. I just want them to announce this shit already. We have started. All right. Seed number. Number 3 is Boise State. All right. That's what I figured. But now the final buy. Who gets the 4 seed? And there is Boise State happy about it. There you go. So now we have one more buy. And they're number 9 in the rank. And they're number 9 in the rankings. But the 4th buy belongs to Arizona State. And Arizona State was finished ranked number 12. But they will have the buy. So there you go. These are your buys. I correctly predicted them. But now, the fun part. The remaining at-large teams in the 5th conference champion. All right. What are they going to do? Are they going to announce the 5th champion or are we going to 5th seed? Number 12. Yeah. Ugh. So Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, Arizona State. So where's the seed? Clemson. Clemson will be the 12th seed. So Clemson's the 12th seed. And they're ranked 16. That, woo. Wow. So Clemson's the 16th seed. And they have to play who's hosting the 5th seed. Now we're at the point where it's at remaining at large teams. So who's gonna take number 5, the 5th seed? Who's gonna play Clemson? Texas. So Clemson will face Texas in round 1 in Austin. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, and also the winner of that game, winner of Clemson and Texas, will face Arizona State. Now where's the 6th seed? I feel like it should be Notre Dame. Now, I would think it maybe be Notre Dame. It's either between Penn State or Notre Dame. But I feel like Notre Dame should be there. I miss Washington being number 2. Better luck next year, I guess. Better luck next year. All right, come on. Where's the 6th seed? Where's my 6th seed? You bastards. Who's the 6th seed? I think it's Penn State. Okay, I was thinking Notre Dame maybe. But Penn State will host in the Happy Valley. So SMU and Alabama will play Penn State probably. All right. But now it's a 7th seed. Now I think number 7 the 7th seed should be Notre Dame. I feel like Notre Dame should be number 7. So there's 2 home there. So now there's 2 home games remaining. Texas and Penn State have their home games. But the 7th seed, I think that's Notre Dame. That is Notre Dame. All right. I'm going to put ND for Notre Dame. All right. But now there's one final home game remaining. And seeds 8 and 9 kind of matters because it determines who's playing away and who's playing home. I think number 8 is going to be Ohio State, and they could be taking on Tennessee. That's what I'm thinking. And I think Indiana will face Notre Dame. Oh, man. All right, the final home game, I think that's Ohio State. And that belongs to Ohio State. Ohio State gets the final spot of the home game. But now who gets the 9th? I think this is Tennessee. So now the first round, Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, and Notre Dame will host their games in their own stadium. Oh, come on now. We just want them to reveal them already. They just keep deliberating. So who's facing the Buckeyes? As I expected, Tennessee. So the winner of Tennessee and Ohio State will face Oregon. So Oregon's have to face the Buckeyes again, potentially. I'm kind of scared. I'm actually kind of scared of it. Tennessee and Ohio State. All right. I think the 10th seed should be Indiana. That's what. Good. Now maybe you'll lose. F you, man. F you. Mad cause bad. You're mad cause bad. You are mad because you're bad. Hey, that's my line. All right. Number 10. We're getting close to the final spot, ladies and gentlemen. The Fighting Irish, I think, yep, Indiana. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the salt. Prepare for the salt. Who is it? Is it SMU or is it Alabama to take on Penn State? So now the winner of Indiana Notre Dame will take on Georgia. But who's going to take Penn State? Oh my gosh. SMU or Alabama is between Alabama and SMU. Oh my goodness. You got your fries ready? Good. You got your fries ready, brother. You got your fries ready. All right. I'm having the volume up. I rarely do that, but the volume is up. I feel like Alabama might get it. I think Alabama has more key wins than SMU does.
I know that I'm dragging this up. I want to say this before we get to the end. There's no right answer here.
No, there's no right answer between these two teams.
Because SMU played the conference championship game.
And Alabama didn't.
But you got to choose one of them. And they're going to
they have to choose. So, number 11 is...
Who is it?
Oh, SMU is in! Alabama is out! Oh, that is awesome! That is awesome! Alabama literally got kicked out. This is freaking awesome. That is awesome. Alabama and Miami are the first team out. They go to the salty sofa. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Alabama gets left out. SMU will face Penn State. Oh my God. I did not. I thought Alabama was going to. was going to be kicked out.
May go cancel all those games now, knowing that the SEC is tough. But at the same time, I do think the best teams in the playoff, which I think is
Well, how can we describe Alabama? And I need to mean the hell out of it too.
circumstances relative to getting in the playoffs or out of the playoffs, because they all control their own destiny and they all had opportunities and they had some flaws and bad losses that contributed to their circumstance. So this could be a learning lesson for each and every team and every individual on those teams.
Yeah, it was a tough spot, and I think it had everything to do with what happened late in the year to Alabama. I think we all look at the resume. We applaud the effort. What they
No, people are they're gonna be Alabama fans. They're gonna be pissed. They are pissed. Oh, that's perfect. No, that's perfect. Here you go. All right, here you go. Here's your picture, and I'll make sure you guys. There you go. There you go. Squidward is Alabama, and SpongeBob SMU. I think that sums it up, right? I think we have summed it up right there. Alabama, if only you did not lose to Vanderbilt, and Oklahoma. Those are the games that were so winnable from the get-go, but Kevin DeBoer finds the ways to F it up. Get the hell out of our sight, Bama. Get the hell out of our sight. But yeah, on back to serious note. Here you go. This is your college football playoff rankings. Oregon will face the winner of Tennessee, Ohio State. Arizona State will face Clemson, Texas. And Boise State will face the winner of SMU and Penn State. And Georgia will face the winner of Indiana and Notre Dame. This is going to be in a fight. This is going to be a fireworks show, everybody. So it's a short one. The NFL is going to start in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to get myself ready for this. But eventually, hopefully, before the December 20th, I'm going to have like a handbook guide of the college football playoffs covering these teams. I will see you guys then. I will see you guys. And hopefully, I hope you guys have a better day than some Alabama fans out there. Have yourselves a good night. Or have a good day. Have yourselves a good day.